Hello, hi, welcome to the QNAP episode. And today we are going to talk about the new upcoming QNAP USB 3.1 Gen 2 based JBOD units. So I'm a product PM Jason. Hello.
Hello, I'm the product PM Sam.
Okay, so let's get started. Okay.
Yeah.
So today there are two devices available from QNAP USB JBOD. So you will see that it's gonna be the 12-bay Rackmount TL-R1200C-RP, the 12-bay version Rackmount, and then also the 8-bay desktop version, the TL-D800C JBOD. So the biggest difference compared to the previous generation is now the speed is twice as fast, and then with a USB Type-C connectivity, and then not just you can use it for expanded NAS capacity, but also various operating systems. So how about let's get started, okay?
Yeah.
So today we are breaking these into several topics. So we're gonna go over this one by one. So first will be in what kind of situations you will need to expand your capacity, and then what kind of unit and the speed connectivity can help you expand your capacity. And then we are going to talk about the two different models, and then check out the differences, okay? And then we will also give you a deep dive about our brand new JBOD Manager utility that you can install on various operating systems to manage the JBOD and the disks on it, okay? And then the last part will be how to use a JBOD with a QNAP NAS to expand the capacity, all right? So supposedly if you have one of these devices in your home or in your offices, such as a laptop computer, a personal computer desktop, or a server, or even a QNAP NAS, how can you easily and affordably expand the storage capacity for the host, right? So there are actually several different connectivity options you can choose. Let's take a look at these one by one. So the first one, of course, will be the aging eSATA interface. So eSATA is started with originally as 3 gigabit per second only, and then now you will see some manufacturers they have put 6 gigabit eSATA port there on the expansion unit. Okay, but you will see probably you don't see those very common now, right? In
Very
modern
few
computers.
market. The most popular is USB type, right?
Yeah, so eSATA has become an old aging and proprietary connectivity options for some devices, right? So you will see the mainstream right now is a USB, and then USB started from the 1.1 and then 2.0 and now 3.0, okay? And then there are several different name changes with USB, right? 3.0, 3.1, Gen 1, Gen 2, and 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. So all of those represent different connectivity speed.
And I believe all of our NAS support USB 3.0, right?
Yeah, 3.0, 5 gigabit speed is supported.
Yeah. Okay.
And then some of our newer QNAP NAS support 10 gigabit, both either Type-C or Type-A, depending on the model.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you should see more and more the 20 gigabit 3.2 Gen 2 by 2 coming out next year on some motherboards and then some devices. Okay, and then of course the technology loved by many Mac users will be the Thunderbolt 3, right? Thunderbolt with easy connectivity and the Type-C interface. So Thunderbolt 3 is also a popular way to expand Mac capacity.
So because the Thunderbolt 3 also backward compatible with USB, so that means even the customer their laptop is a Thunderbolt 3 port, they can use it to connect to
a USB device.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last one would be for enterprise customers. Then they would often choose the SAS expansion unit to expand their high enterprise servers. Okay. So usually it depends on the faster speed costs more. Okay. So it depends on your budget. Then what kind of interfaces and devices you should get to expand your capacity. Okay, and in the past you may have bought many different individual USB external drives or enclosures to back up your data, right? But over time, there are so many data around, it becomes difficult to manage those devices. So what if there's device that can manage all, keep all your data in one single device. Okay, so this comes the advantage of the TL or the USB JBOD. So basically, it can help consolidate all of your existing single disk devices into one big unit. Okay, because as you can, we start with minimum 8 bay, right, up to 12 bay. So you can insert many hard drives into that. And you just need one USB cable to connect between the JBOD and your host device, right? Very easy cable management. And thirdly is you don't need to find many additional power jack to connect the power cables for your different USB devices. The USB JBOD just needs one power outlet to get the power supply. Okay. So it can really help you with the cord management and also data management by a single USB JBOD.
And for those external disk, I install their power is very big, and need one or two slots for the powers.
Oh yeah, that's another point is that our USB JBOD we use an internal power supply, so you don't have to carry there's no additional power adapter, taking up your space. Okay. So let's take a look at a comparison between the current and the new one, acquiring new USB JBOD and the previous one. So here you will see that our previous models, we have a USB 3.0, the 5 gigabit speed, UX expansion enclosures. So there are two models, the 5 bay 500p and the 8 bay 800p. And then for Rackmount models, there are 8 bay 800U and then 12 bay 1200U. So we will be launching a brand new USB 3.1Gen2 JBOD. So you will see that on the right hand side, the 8 bay version and the 12 bay Rackmount version. So the benefits are, first of all, 10 gigabit versus 5 gigabit speed. Okay. Secondly, if you have a QNAP NAS, and then our upcoming QTS 4.2 can support this new USB JBOD.
We will announce it at the end of this year.
Yes. And then we also give it a brand new USB Type-C design, so that no matter if your host is a USB Type-A or USB Type-C, it can all be supported. Okay, they can all be supported. So you just need to change the cable, whether it's a C2C or C2A cable, to connect to your host. And then the last enhancement is that not just for NAS only, actually we want to maximize your investment of this JBOD. So you can also use it to expand your capacity for your Windows computer, macOS, or even the Ubuntu operating system. Okay. All right. So how about let's take a look at the hardware itself, front and rear sides. Okay. Okay, so this is the 8 bay tower, the D800C. So the D stands for desktop. Okay, the C is USB Type-C. So we give you some indicators, LED indicators on the top, so you can easily know about the system status, whether if there's any overheat or fan error, for example. And then we also give you a USB link, so that you can check if it is physically linked to the host device. So you can tell it easily from the front LEDs. And for the hard drives, you can tell from its presence from the LED, and also when you connect this USB JBOD to our NAS QTS or to a JBOD manager on your host computers, then we can also, through our utility or QTS, we can also monitor the drive health of your hard drives, and then gives you a visual alert indication about whether hard drive is bad or good. Okay. And then for the tower models, you also get lockable hard drive trays, and then we supply you with 2 keys, so you can lock it to prevent accidental removal of the trays. Okay, just to give you higher data security with this design.
Many of our customers ask for the lockable tray.
Yeah. So this is another advantage that you can use for the new USB JBOD. Okay. And how do you install the hard drive or SSDs? It is actually very simple. So for the 3.5-inch hard drives, you can just follow the picture it showed. To take out, you don't need a screwdriver. Simply, you just remove the side panels and then put in the hard drives and then put it back on. Okay. But remember, if you want to transport the JBOD while the hard drives are installed, we recommend to install the screws before the transportation, okay, just to make it more secure. And for the 2.5-inch SSD, the hard drives, you have to use a screw to secure it, okay. And then, of course, the second step is how to lock it. Very simple, lock and unlock, all right. Now, about the rear side of the JBOD, first of all, we include 1 meter long USB Gen2 Type-C to Type-A cable, so you can connect it to your computer or to the NAS. So, like I mentioned before,
why is 1 meter? Why only
1 meter? Yeah, 1 meter is most common length. Should be the length should be sufficient for most people.
Okay.
And then 1 meter usually is also a USB recommended cable length.
Okay, so it's a standard.
Yeah, it's a standard.
Okay.
And we have several switches on the back. So first you will see the audio alert. So if you think the beep sound is too noisy, we give you option to mute the audio alert, to mute it. Okay. Because you can, when you connect to the JBOD, JBOD is not hardware ready, so by itself, it has no brain, so say like that. Okay. So you are always connected to a host, right? Either to a NAS or to a PC with our JBOD manager. Okay. And then you can already know the device status with our utility or with QTS. So
they
some
have
people
a
may think
notification.
yeah, with a notification available. So some people may think it's already enough, right? So they can turn it off if they want if you have a baby sleeping at night.
Everybody don't want it alarm in the midnight.
Yes. And then after that will be the USB Type-C port, okay? And then we have also a USB cable clip mounting hole. We will show you how to do it later. Yeah. And then there's a fan speed switch. So by default, it will be in the auto mode.
And
so
we recommend to switch it to the auto mode.
Yes. So we have a temperature sensor on the motherboard inside, and so it can automatically detect the system temperature and then adjust the system fan automatically. Okay. All right. But if you find that you need to switch to manually to a certain speed, you also have the option to do that. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's about the back. How about let's take a look at the 12-bay Rackmount model. So here, the 12-bay model has the same front and the rear features. Okay. The only difference is we get you have additional accessory available, which is the rail kit. Okay, so if you want to put it into your rack, then just you can go with the optional rail kit. And then to install the hard drives or SSDs, this will require you to use a screwdriver to install both either hard drive or SSD. Okay. Now on the rear side, it's the same as the desktop models. Okay, so same switches. And then, except the power is different. For the Rackmount, it has a redundant power supply design, so it gives you more protection from power supply failure. Okay, with that. Now, to secure the USB cable is important because if you are writing the data to the JBOD at some point of time, and then when you have a cable loose, then your data will be lost, right? Yeah. Or if you create a software array with the host on the PC, then you also don't want the cable to be removed suddenly while you are using the computer in the JBOD. So we provide this accessory here. You can install it optionally to help you secure the cable. Okay, so it makes it more difficult to disconnect the cable by.
Is this removable? So if I lock it, I can unlock it?
Yes, the cable, the USB cable can be locked and unlocked.
Okay.
You have the option to do it. But the mounting accessory is not removable. So once you put it in, it stays there.
Okay.
cable itself can be removed.
Okay.
There's a lock mechanism there. Okay.
Got it.
So how about let's go over the internal design. You may wonder, okay, what kind of speed I can get? Okay. So here I show you that how the internal is composed of. Okay. So you will see that we have utilized several USB 10 gigabit hubs and then a USB to SATA controller to link with the hard drives or SSDs. So you will see that all the paths are running at either 6 gigabit or higher. So they will further show you that the internal bandwidth is actually quite high with this design. And then with the USB Type-C, it can support USB 3.1 Gen 2 or Gen 1 host. Just keep in mind that if you have a computer with only USB 2.0 port, then it will not be supported. Okay, yes. The minimum requirement is USB 3.0 or higher. Okay, because it's still 3.0 should be pretty common on many computers nowadays, and 3.1 Gen 2 is you will find more and more. You will find it more and more on the modern computers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for the 12-bay Rackmount, you will see that we add one more USB hub to extend the 4 more hard drives. Okay, so from there, they still have some capacity available to support the 10 gigabit performance. Okay. Later on, Sam will show you the performance of the 12-bay with a live demo. Okay. Okay, so there are a little more tool tips that I want to keep you guys reminded is that first of all, the brand new USB JBOD, the TL USB JBOD, supported not only the QNAP NAS but also Windows, macOS, and Ubuntu Linux. Okay, we provide the free QNAP JBOD manager to help customers monitor the enclosure status and the hardware status in real time. Yeah. Okay. You can also use it to. I don't want to spoil too much. The sample.
Okay, let me do it.
Yeah, and then another tip is how can you correct. What are the correct steps to connect or disconnect a JBOD, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Actually, we will recommend you to connect the cable first, then power on your JBOD. Certainly, in the meantime, then you can power on your NAS or your laptop, then start to make a connection and create a storage pool. And if you want to transport your JBOD, we will recommend you to power off your host first. Power off your turn off your NAS or your PC, then power off the JBOD, then remove the cable.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So just be sure to follow the steps to keep your data at the most secure way. Okay, and then so like we mentioned, we support this major operating system. Then how can you use these operating systems to manage the create a software array, right? Okay, first of all, on Windows, you will have starting from Windows 8, there's a storage space available, right? So you wanna use that feature to like wizard to help you create the various arrays. So in the Windows, you will see that you can create the array 0, array 1, and up to array 5 with this Windows storage space utility, right? Okay. And for the macOS, the default built inside the macOS is RAID assistance. However, with macOS only support up to RAID 1 and RAID 0. Okay, no RAID 5 is supported here. Okay. So compared to Windows, so RAID 5 is missing here. So if you want to use a RAID 5 or more different RAID types, then actually there's a third-party software that you can install on your Mac OS to support it.
Yeah, okay, you can purchase from App Store or some. You can looking for a lot of software readers application download App Store.
Yes. So by utilizing the software RAID utility, you can actually create a software RAID to use on the Mac OS for more data protection. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you are Ubuntu user, then it will take a little bit of a command line to create the RAID. Okay. So you will be, it's mainly for, you will select for the more advanced users to do that.
Yeah,
and
I believe they are developers, so it's easy for them. Yeah.
Okay, so just one thing to be reminded is that do not unplug, disconnect the USB cable when the RAID is being created or connected. Right?
Yes.
Otherwise, there's a high risk of a data loss or RAID corruption with this. Okay, and then I think every time when you restart the computer, you have to manually mount the RAID again, right? In most cases. Okay, so there are more information on various websites to show you how to do that. So take a look if you are Ubuntu user.
Yeah.
Now, in some cases, you may run into some issues, or I would say limitations with your computer. Okay, so one example is that probably some of you have seen such a Windows notification on your bottom right. Is about you are out of USB resources, right?
Yeah.
So that means the
If
host
you
computer
connect
has
too much external disk
Yes.
or darkings, sometimes it will pop up on
Yes.
the.
So actually, the USB device has a USB host controller has a maximum supported USB endpoints capability, and a USB device, whether it's a USB hub, a USB drive, or USB docking station, it actually consumes more than one. Just that one. It's not, even though it's a one single device, but inside actually it consumes many USB endpoints. Okay, so if you connect multiple ones, then it may reach the limitation of your USB controller.
So if I plug in one card reader, it supports SD card, CFast, or micro SD.
Yeah.
That means it's take more than one USB endpoint. Right?
Yes. Yeah. And so when that case happens, you will have to you can consider purchasing a QNAP USB expansion adapter, the PCIe based, for your computer or for your NAS to expand the capability, and then or you can switch to a different host to test if it's the same limitation.
Okay.
And another no is do not connect it under a USB hub. Right? Yeah, because USB hub itself already consumes some USB endpoints.
Yeah.
So it will increase the possibility of meeting this issue.
Okay.
And if you are QNAP NAS owner, we already have a guide on our website to show you what is the maximum number of USB JBOD and the USB RAID devices you can connect to your NAS. So just follow our guide, you will see the maximum number of supported devices. Okay. So we talk about you can purchase the QNAP USB card, right? So we have two different models. The left one is already in the market, okay, with a Gen2 by 2 speed. So with that, we support, with both cards, two of the USB 3.1 Gen2 with Type-A ports are supported. Okay. Now, on the right-hand side, the upcoming card will give you better performance with a Gen 3 by 2. So if you install on the middle-end NAS models or on your computer with a Gen 3 PCI slot, then you will get a much better performance during the transfer. Okay. And when you connect, especially when you connect two JBOD, one for each port, then you will notice the difference.
So if I already own QNAP NAS, I can purchase from QNAP store?
Yeah, you can purchase from QNAP directly or from the authorized resellers worldwide. Okay. So once you have connected the additional USB card, the standalone card also gives you the best performance compared to the built-in USB controller.
Because it's through the PCI slot.
Yeah, and the dedicated controller chip.
You can have a full bandwidth of it.
Yes. Yeah. So this is if you want to get the most out of your USB JBOD performance, definitely consider buying the additional PCIe card for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about let's take the performance that we tested in the lab. You want to talk about it?
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, several operating systems we tested.
Yes, we tested between Windows 10 and the Mac and Ubuntu, and the most important is for our QNAP NAS.
Yes.
You can see you can get the best performance from QNAP NAS. It can almost reach to 950 megabyte per second to around 1000 megabyte per second. It's close than 10 gigas performance.
Yeah, so Sam, how come I see that why Windows 10 RAID 5 write is so slow?
Because Windows have some limitations. You can check it or Google it. You can check for USB or enclosure for the Windows software structures. They have some limitation because they want to keep some parity data to each disk. That means he provide the worst performance for RAID 5. But you can check with Mac or Ubuntu. Their RAID 5 also can provide more than 500 megabyte per second performance.
Okay, I got it. So it's I mean, the enclosure itself has no problem providing the maximum speed, right?
Yeah,
it depends on the software RAID 5.
Software limitations.
Mechanism by different OS, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the next one will be our demo. So
Yeah.
we are gonna take a look at the desktop version here, and then Sam will gonna demonstrate the performance of the 12 bay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch to.
Now it's a web camera.
Okay, so here you will see the TL-D800C here. All right. Oh, sorry, let me move it around.
Let me help you. Okay, much better.
Yeah, so here on the top here, as we just walk you through, there are several LED indicators here, and then with the tray, lockable tray. And let me pull out one of them. So here I have installed a hard drive here, and then you will see that it's very easy to remove the hard drives, and also likewise for installation is also very easy.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Then on the back here, there are all the several different connectors and the switches. So Type-C here, and then the fan switch and the audio mute switch is available on the back, and then also a physical power switch here for you to power it off. All right. So let's finish the walkthrough of the exterior, and let's switch to the Sam's demo.
Okay. Here I have TL-1200C. It's a Rackmount type TL USB JBOD, and I run it on iometer. It's a very famous benchmark tool. So in the meantime, allow me to show you our JBOD tool. Here is our JBOD manager for Windows versions. So here is a drop-down list. It can allow you to monitor more than one external JBOD. So if you connect to TL-1200C or with others like SATA JBOD, we will announce soon later. So you can check here. And here I have a disk status. So that means you can only check by color. The green is okay, and maybe when error occurred, we will change it to red. And double click it, you can see the disk type, the bus type, and the manufacturer, and its capacity. So you can just monitor everything in here. And if you want to check more details, here you have three tab page. One is device information, disk information. So that means you can check the detail of smart information here. And then we have one tab for firmware update. Okay. You can see the performance of our JBOD is almost 900, 770.
Okay. So matches our performance figures that we just showed earlier.
Yeah, so it's twice than the original USB JBOD, right?
So this is RAID 0 on Windows, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and let me continue the live demo. Okay, and for the our NAS, you can see it supports more and more manager features for than before. So you can see the disk. If you originally have one QNAP NAS and you want to expand your storage, and you can buy our TL-D800C or 1200. So here you can check each disk status and support to disk scan to self-detach or check for update. And when you first time to connect it, your storage is external mode. So that means what each disk is individual storage space. So you can remove and connect to other disk, to other host.
Each one is a separate single disk.
Right.
Disk, right. Okay.
And we also support it to create a storage pool. So you can here select here between NAS or the Thunderbolt JBOD. Sorry, USB JBOD.
Yeah.
And it can support. Just choose the disk and select the RAID type. And click NAS, apply it, create a pool. Now, just in 3 steps, you can finish all configurations. It's very easy to do it.
So by default, when you connect the TL USB JBOD to the QTS, it will be external disk mode, right?
Yes.
So separately, each individual disk can be accessed, right?
Yeah.
And then customers has option to make it volume, a pool, right? In that internal usage.
It's a pool.
Okay.
So expand your. So now you can see the red group 2 is for this. Some USB JBODs.
Now, I have a question. Can you detach the entire unit and then connect to another QNAP NAS to read the data?
Actually,
you create a RAID, right?
First, you have to, because our USB JBOD supports both with QTS and QTS Hero. So if the same operation system, same firmware versions is supported.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my demo. So let's go back to our slider. So the first is we will in this time between we will announce our new utility is a QNAP JBOD Manager, can allow you to know the detailed information and status of your device enclosure and for each disk. And this supports 3 different platforms and different operation system. For Windows, we support Win 8 to Win 10. And for Windows Server, we support it from 2020 R2 to 2019. For Mac operation systems, we support is 10.30 and 10.40. And for the latest 10.15, because it has some USB drivers issues, so it will be coming soon. And for the Linux user, we support Ubuntu 18.04. And for this JBOD management, you can easily to monitor everything. First, it can quickly explore all the important data. That means the colors of the disk can allow you to easily identify the disk status. And the clicker disk, you can get more detail like the bus type, disk type, manufacturer, and capacities. And if you want to know detailed informations, first page is device information. You can check the enclosures health, bus type, the power status. Here is only for redundant power model, and the system temperature and the fan speed. Also, you can set up the temperature threshold from 55 to 69 degrees C. So when the temperature is out of limit, then our enclosure will allow it to beep, 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 and the health status will change to red. It's a missile warning. And in the meantime, you can also see the fan speed up automatically when it detects the higher temperatures. And we also provide the log history and the notifications. It's an independent log. It records all events from your TL JBOD. So that means you also can explore it for any RD and D analysis. But for the most important purpose, we decide this TL USB JBOD is for expand our NAS storage. For compare with TR, our original external device, it can support more QTS disk measurement features like the temperature warning, the smart test, the secret iron wolf, HM, and the disk scan, and the disk erase, and the performance test. And we mentioned again, we integrate the customized temperature measurement for TL JBOD. That's because for the lifetime of the enclosure device, hard drive, SSD, they will be all affected by the operations temperatures. And this TL JBOD is one machine for 2 use. First, when you first plug into your host, it will be the external disk mode. That means your storage is individual for each disk, and you have several independent external disks on the UI. And if you want, you can easily use our QNAP storage and the snapshot manager to configure it as a RAID of the storage pool. It's very easy, just in 3 steps. Launch our storage and snapshot manager, and click the button of create a new storage pool, then select the RAID type, then everything done.
I saw a little bit warning there that it cannot be used to expand the internal capacity of the NAS.
Yeah.
Existing pool on NAS, right?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe if our viewer already knows that you're gonna be requiring a lot of data to be stored on NAS, so when you are playing, you should check if you should buy a bigger NAS in the first place, right?
Yeah. Okay. So our TL JBOD is not only to expand your storage capacity, it also can support you to take more and more snapshots from your original volume and the original NAS. So it also can be the snapshot vault. And here you have 2 important tips. First, when you want to connect to our USB JBODs, and if you don't have enough USB slot, USB port, maybe the original USB port, you use it for the virtualization station or SD station. You use it to connect to your keyboard and mouse. Then you can purchase our QNAP USB 3.1 card to let it support our Thunderbolt JBOD, our USB JBOD, TL USB JBODs. And another important tip is because our JBOD need to create a separate storage pool, and cannot be used expand the original pool on the NAS. It's for data security.
Okay.
Yeah. Here is a comparison list between our TR-002004 and our new TL USB JBOD. I believe the most important is for user scenario. For our TL JBOD is suitable for the you want to high capacity expansions, but for TR and 002 and 004 is most suitable for you want to cross the platform or plug and play. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so here you will see that our 8-bay desktop model comes with a 2-year standard warranty.
Oh.
And then our Rackmount 12-bay model comes with a 3-year standard warranty. So QNAP provides additional extended warranty options for these two models. So you can purchase either a 2-year or 3-year extended warranty, depends on what kind of model you get, and to get a total of 5-year extended warranty for these JBOD units.
Okay.
So it will get you covered for the next 5 years for the repairs. Okay. So this is the one thing to check out when you are buying this, for example, for your office, right?
Especially when your NAS already buy the 5 years warranty.
Yes.
That means your JBOD also need to buy it, right?
Yes. Okay. So to make a summary, the brand new TL USB 3.1Gen2 JBOD has 2 different models: 8-bay desktop and the 12-bay rack mount. And so not just with NAS support, but also for Windows, Mac, and Ubuntu. And QNAP has actually provides this very unique JBOD manager utility for the Windows, Mac, and Ubuntu platforms to help users to monitor and manage the JBOD enclosure and the hard drive status on those platforms. Okay, as you said, just demo very neat and clean user interface, and with very detailed information and with a log support. And also, when you connect it to a NAS, not only gives you 2 different usage scenarios to whether to use them as a separated 8 or 12 individual disks to exchange data between NAS and the PC Mac, but also you can use it as an internal mode to create a separate pool for your applications and other advanced features. So in all, it's a very versatile JBOD unit that you can consider to go with your host, right? Okay. So thank you everyone for this watching this session, and the brand new USB 3.1Gen2 10 gigabit JBOD will come out soon. And then if you are in the need to expand your capacity, whether it is a NAS or it's a computer, be sure to check it out later. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.